distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure to share with you the perspective of the World Bank on the topic of future trends in the governance, which was formulated by the session organizers. Unfortunately, I have little time, as everybody else, 7 minutes, so I'll have to only stick to bullet points rather than go in depth on any of these issues. And I apologize that I had to step in a bit earlier than I was in the program, because I have a meeting with the government of India in half an hour, which I don't want to be late for. So please let me take about 5-7 minutes to share some ideas on the current trends on on the future of governance. After I spend a couple of minutes on the trends, I'd like to also explain a little bit what the World Bank is doing in the area of ICT for development and what are plans for the near future. And I will briefly mention about the new project which we are helping the government of Moldova to implement, which actually Donna Shkola, Deputy Minister of ICT, may also mention about. And tomorrow we're having a separate session on this at 11:30 here at this conference on Moldova-India collaboration. So we invite all of you to come and learn more about what Moldova is doing on the government and how Indian organizations, government and private sector can contribute. And for us, this Moldova project is of very high importance because we're piloting some very new concepts there, like government cloud and open data and many others, which I thought would be of interest to you. So just a little advertising for the session tomorrow, which I will be moderating with Vikas Kanunga. Again, coming back to the trends of e-government, which we are seeing. The new stage of a government, I would say that you can call it government 2.0, you can call it citizen-driven government, or you can call it open government, as some people, but it doesn't matter what the title is. I think it's important to just understand the key trends, key engines which drive this new transformation of the public sector. I would say that the key trends, there's an ecosystem rather of a transformation or ecosystem of innovation in the public sector which has several pieces. One of them, in terms of this new powerful technology trend called cloud computing, which you're all aware of, I think increasingly all governments are moving to use the cloud to share infrastructure, to deliver services in a more efficient way. And I think tomorrow our Moldovan colleagues will also share what we are doing in Moldova and developing government cloud. I would say this is a mega trend in the public sector transformation, so it's certainly cloud computing will transform the public sector in the coming years. It's already transformed the private sector over the last 5 years, 3 years. So I would encourage all of you to spend more time learning about it, because it will affect all of us in the near future. It's a tsunami of e-government. The second major trend, which is also affecting how the government will be delivering e-services, is open data. The traditional approach was that government is responsible for delivery of all the services to the citizens, all the public services, right? Today, because of this new trend of open data, it allows government just to by putting the data online in an open format, machine-readable format, government empowers all kinds of stakeholders, civil society, private developers, SMEs, larger companies, academia, to use this data to create all kinds of applications, mobile, web-based, etc., which are in fact e-government services. So today you have this outsourcing of e-government services by opening the data, by freeing the data. So I think it's a duty of every government agency to open all its data sets which are not sensitive or confidential. So it's a major trend, I would say, another mega trend, which will also transform the way the government delivers its services. The third major trend, which I think is also happening in India as the other two, is this use of social media. Today, because citizens are very present on social media, almost everybody is on Facebook, LinkedIn, and I'm sure there are other networks in India which I don't know about, but which are very effective. A lot of your stakeholders, a lot of your customers are already on those channels. So it's a very easy way to reach them. If you want to communicate to them, consult with them, have a two-way, communication on different topics. So it's a shame that a lot of governments have not yet used the full potential of social media for improving interaction with the citizens. Of course, there are risks with this as with anything else, but given that it's growing so fast and it's such a powerful tool to engage with the citizens, put them in the driver's seat of government, I would say it's a must now for almost every government. In fact, we were in Agra this weekend, and I want to mention that I'm here also to bring the Moldovan delegation, the Tajik delegation as well, and they're learning from all of you. We're having a lot of meetings, this conference and many others. We're going to Bangalore tomorrow to meet with the private sector and the government of Karnataka. But on Sunday we were in Agra, and we met with the local authorities, and they already shared with us a very interesting example of using Facebook to improve the interaction with citizens. And it shows to me that you can be very poor, state, very poor city, but if you have leadership at the top, you can radically improve the quality of governance without almost any investment, because it doesn't cost very much to use Facebook, really. So the social media, I think, will be a very transformative force for service delivery in the future. The other very important trend is this co-creation with citizens. The new stage of the government is really citizen-driven governance. So you need to let the citizens drive the process. They should be in the driver's seat, right? So the co-creation also means that citizens should be able to influence the design of the government services, but also design them themselves. These are various apps which are being produced on a daily basis by different developers, students, SMEs, for different platforms like Android and iPhone and BlackBerry and many others, web applications, right? This is co-creation when some of them are doing service themselves, some of them by using government data which are easily available, some of them are partnering with the state government departments and doing as a PPPs, or just joint initiatives. So I think this development of apps, mobile apps especially, is going to be a very powerful trend in the near future. And I would finally say that the mobile delivery is going to, to be the huge trend. I think the government of the future will be mobile. So today, increasingly, many governments going mobile. I know the government of India is developing this mobile delivery framework, and I think this is a great sign. It's one of the first governments which has put together a legal policy framework for mobile governance. Congratulations. I don't know many others who have done it. And I hope that various other governments will follow suit. Just briefly, I know I'm running out of time. Already done. Okay. Basically, wrapping up, I would say that World Bank is very happy to work with all of you on both knowledge sharing side. I'm the knowledge coordinator for ICT in the World Bank. So we hope to see many of you in our events here in India and video conference, webcast, etc. We do South-South exchanges. We bring in delegations to India. We can collaborate with you to go to other countries. So we also see ourselves as a knowledge broker. Of course, we do financing of different projects. There's a project in India, governance DPO, which we're very proud to be supporting. And I mentioned the Moldova project. So I wouldn't take any of more time. I'd like to finish here. And thank you for your attention.